In this video, I want to walk through a recently completed Webflow site for a client called Quantum Revenues. You can check it out at quantumrevenues.com. And it's a very, very simple site. It's really just like one landing page with a very, very highly targeted CTA of get started, a button. That's typically how it works. And it just takes you to another URL or whatever the client wants to do. But more importantly, this whole website, although very, very simple, very basic, as you can see, it's nothing crazy, just like hero section, first section, second section, third section, maybe fourth, fifth section. That's it. But there's a lot of micro interactions and a lot of like minor things that I had to pay attention to. So essentially I was hired to do a design and development of a highly targeted landing page that is bespoke and custom towards Quantum Revenue. So without getting into detail of like what Quantum Revenue does, because that's not the point of the video, let's start with the name Quantum Revenue, so that they already had the idea of like playing around with the idea of space, like quantum, and revenue is obviously, money, magic paper. But you can see with the logo, I really wanted to carry out this identity. So again, it really starts with like the logo, and it starts with like the identity of like the name even, and like what the company represents. So immediately I was thinking like space, so like a dark theme. So you notice that's why the whole website's a dark theme. I believe the client chose the color purple, so I just stuck to purple. But as you can see in the top, we have a sticky nav bar. I'm a fan of sticky nav bars because you can always see what's going on. And because it's a one-page website, when the user clicks onto a nav item, it scrolls you down to that specific section. And for all those Webflow developers out there, how is this done? Like if I hit about, how does it scroll me down perfectly here and not like here? That's because I put a scroll anchor. So I did a tutorial on that on my YouTube channel, check it out. But essentially, we have to cater for the height of this nav bar. That's why it scrolls perfectly. The next thing is that you will notice that the buttons are very elegant and they're rounded, and that's the main CTA. And the button has an arrow icon, which is an SVG embed, if I remember correct. And this just represents that like this takes you to a separate page, a separate URL, or this makes the button even more distinct. Besides it, being a button, but it also has this icon supporting it. So I recommend doing that. And the hero section, you will notice a lot of things are going on. There's this Particle.JS in the background, which I'm not really a fan of, but this is what happened at the end. This is what got approved. And you can see in the header 1, we have in-client revenue in this purple color. But if you pay really close attention to this text right here, it's actually a text gradient. So it's actually moving the color from light purple to dark purple, which creates a really nice like dynamic feel. Again, I think this Particle.JS in the background is overkill. And then on the right-hand side, we have this globe that is spinning, which pretty much represents, the world. I actually had to generate this globe image via ChatGPT in order to change the color hue. So that's what happened. Then scrolling down, we have this really nice gradient line effect to break it apart. And you'll notice that outside the hero section, we have this background of this grid. So we have these grid lines. And you'll notice if you look at my mouse cursor, it's a very subtle like glow or a subtle like torch effect where it follows your mouse. So this is really cool. And you'll notice that I try to carry the brand identity every time I can. So I guess this background of the space reminds me of like Star Wars or something. And this icon right here is their logo that's like blinking. And you would notice, or you definitely will not notice, but I'm pointing it out. As I scroll down the page, the logo is actually spinning. So I also made that effect. I don't see many websites doing this. It just makes it even more bespoke and cool, But it's very subtle. Like if I didn't tell you guys, you probably wouldn't even notice. But it's these small things that make a difference, like these tiny details that actually make a difference. The next thing is you'll notice that we still have that text gradient effect in all the headings. And what I like to do is in the paragraph text, if it's a dark background, I like to not use a true white color, but to put it at 75% opacity. So it's like a light gray. That way, if you want to make text stand out, you can not only bold it, but then you can make it true white. So really my goal here was the user's going to read this title, then the CTA, and then this bolded text right here, and then they can read this paragraph text if they want, or they can just skip through it because no one has attention span. Then scrolling down, you see I have this sticky section on the left where this text sticks on the left, and then just this timeline animation line effect with just some points on the right. And you'll notice the dot points is actually the icon of the logo, that small like bean thing. Again, carrying out that brand identity. And I guess like looking back on it now, I could have overkilled this. Like I could have made it wherever it's at to also light up. So for example, right now it's on sales infrastructure, like the line. So maybe this can like light up purple as well. But at the end of the day, you know, you can always overkill something. Then below is just a leadership team, which just has a nice zoom effect and a headshot of the team. Again, there's different ways you can do this. You know, you can also put an illustration of the person or an AI version of the person nowadays. And then scrolling down, we have another CTA section with that Particle.JS in the background and the main CTA get started. So there's no confusion of what to do. There's always a get started button somewhere on the screen and just a simple foot with Facebook and Instagram, as well as some privacy policy pages. But that's essentially it. This was a very fun project to work on. Again, very straightforward, but I had to take care of the design and the development and a lot of micro interactions. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel for more videos and comment down below on what you think. And I will see you in the next video. Peace be with you.